here. We're waiting for YouTube to connect. Okay. So we got YouTube, we got TikTok. Now we're going to start Facebook and Insta. All right, test, check, check. All right. Then Insta. Oh. What's up? What's up? Just trying to get everybody on here. Just taking a minute. Just trying to learn new tricks of the trade here. All right. And so we're live on Facebook. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? We doing today? What's up, Wayne? What's up, Freak Eeks? What's up going on over here, everybody here on TikTok? I'm trying to understand right now is Instagram's streaming. It's a weird issue. I'm trying to get it down. I got my key. Instagram is a little more on the funkier side to get streaming, but we're working. I'm learning all this as we go. It's just all new. What's up, V-Dub 1986? Here we go, here we go. Come on. Right? That's how it works, man. I'm trying to make this all work because there's a lot. Unfortunately, the big issue on Instagram is that they're only going to get the car view, and that's pretty much it. They're not going to be getting much as it is further about what's going on. TikTok, I mean, I got them on the phone. I'll just take them over there and have them hang out with me. But everybody else is get a full view. They get to actually get an entire like stream perspective. YouTube, I got a dual stream going for them. However, it's kind of problematic because the second stream obviously is a cell phone stream and it's kind of like portrait view. So it's kind of weird, but we're here, we're live. We're going to try this out, but thanks for tuning in. First things first, we got to address the elephant in the door, and that's me. I've been lagging on my prizes that I gave you guys. To those who came over here and hung out with me. So I'm kind of gonna turn the camera around for everybody so they can see what's going on over here. I need to get everybody's information. So first things first, if you're watching right now on the live stream, right, Wayne? I agree with you. We all need bigger shops. Okay, in the YouTube chat, there is my email. Okay, I'm going to pin this for you guys. It is my email. I need you guys, for everybody who got immediate chance to get their free stuff, I'm going to tell them what you need to do to get your free stuff. Number one, send me your first name, your last name, your address, okay? And if you have PayPal, Venmo, put it in there. I'm only doing PayPal or Venmo. All you have to do is pay for the shipping for the free stuff that I gave you guys. Now I'm going to name the people who won the free stuff. All right, so give me just a second. All right, give me just a minute. Where is it? Oh, where did I put all that stuff? I got a mess in here because we've been working on a car, obviously. The car has been delayed by about 3 days, because we're waiting for supplies to come in. I ordered new wiring sleeves, so I got sleeves for the wiring. I ordered more air hose for the air suspension. I got two 4 foot by 8 foot wood boards of cedar birch. So if you guys don't know what cedar birch is, it's a very, very strong wood that weighs absolutely nothing. It's phenomenal for sub boxes. It's amazing to work with for false floors and building like custom trunks. A lot of guys sleep on this wood because it's expensive, but your benefits on an expensive piece of wood trumps 100% the weight of MDF. And I'll break it down to you guys in just a minute. But let me get a name, let me get the guys. I got some people on TikTok hitting me up right now. So the algorithm is working in my favor lately because we've been getting a lot more traffic on the channel and a lot more traffic on TikTok and a lot more traffic on Instagram. So I like that. Now we really have to get more people watching, you know what I mean? And more people asking questions. So, hey, I appreciate that, Menace Mark IV, and I thank you for the comments on that. What's going on, Menace? I like it, that the fact that you're enjoying the build, because the build is coming along very slow. So if you're ready, Menace, so what you're going to be seeing and coming forward, thank you. The people, I thought, Menace, one thing you have to understand about what I like about cars, I'm going to read this out to everybody on YouTube as well. Menace Mark IV said, I thought it was insane you asked me about my car because it truly isn't much. One thing that you'll know about me is it's never about the car. It's always about the person who's attached to the car, okay? When you attach yourself to a vehicle and you put your love, your passion, your money, the hard work you do to get the money to put into your car, that's what matters to me. Yeah, your car is cool, it's dope, but what did you do to it to make it that much more, right? And that's what I really pay attention to. That's why I ask everybody, believe me or not, I go on TikTok and I just start scrolling. If it's a Mark IV, I comment, I check it out, I look at it, I see, oh man, and I look at your feed and I see what you've been doing and I bug you. I've been doing that for quite a few other TikTokers. And I love it because these guys end up hitting me up and they start talking to me and they see my build and they see all my other stuff and it's like, hell yeah. That's what cars do. You find the right group of people, you hang out with them, and then bam, you start hanging out with people that like what you do. Wayne, hey, what's up? Oh, McDubbin. Oh shit, this McDubbin. What's up, fool? Damn, it's been a minute, bro. It has been a minute. I love this guy. And another guy that's been following me for quite a long time. Bro, Wayne's all like, oh, I only got 20K into my car. Do you want to get started on how much money we spend on cars? Are you like freaking kidding me? Like we spend way more money than 20K. 20K is what you put into it, right? That didn't count for the order mix-ups that you've done. It doesn't even account for like, oh, I bought this, it was the wrong thing, and I didn't even bother using it. I just threw it on the shelf and bought another different item. It doesn't even count for what's it called? The wheels that we always buy. Like you see, I have 2 sets of wheels there. I have 3 more sets of wheels right above me over my head. Okay. It doesn't even account for that. It doesn't even account for the different suspensions we buy sometimes, and we swap out suspensions. Um, it doesn't even account for like all the other dumb stuff that we buy along the way, and the stereo systems, wiring. We all look at like the big stuff that we buy, but we never look at the overall amount of stuff that we purchase, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's all about learning. That's right, Wayne. And then Freak Eeks, I have 9 vehicles, sold my 10th one yesterday. Now time for more parts. Yeah, that's how it is. And that's what's cool. Because if you think about it, this guy bought another car, and then he's all like, bam, I'm building more cars. Okay, think about this. This is how I look at it with other things. You throw it into something that you are passionate about. And there's people out there they're like, you're just driving a car, point A to point B. Yeah, you're just drinking it, you're just partying, you're just doing drugs, and at the end of the day, where does it end up? Nowhere. You just spent all that money and it's gone. It does nothing. At least my drug of choice is car parts, driving, and meeting people, which, if you add all 3 together, have way more benefits long term than going out drinking, doing drugs, or partying. I'm just saying. It's a long-term, effect that you're going to meet some cool guys, or maybe you might meet your girlfriend. Oh, and gaming, yeah. Gaming, this guy, I see Freak, I'm not going to lie, but I do game. I mean, I ain't going to lie. Here's my build. Yeah. I PC game. I own like almost every single console known to man. I have over 10,000 video games, like physical copies of games. I'm hard like addicted to gaming. So that's dope, Menace. You got it up and running, and you did it yourself. That's a win. 100% a win. I got people on Facebook. Hey, Facebook, what's going on? If you guys are on Facebook and you're watching me, there's comments right there. I can watch your comments right now. So please comment on Facebook and talk to me. I'm here. I got Facebook, I got Instagram, I got TikTok, all live, and we're doing this together. So don't forget to just hit that comment and let's go. Something's going on with Instagram for some reason. Let's see if I can stop it. Start it again. I don't know, something's going on there. We'll see. We'll see if it'll catch up. But it's getting full speed, so I don't know why we're having any issues with connectivity. See, Wayne, 84 Monte Carlo. We got 02 GTI, 83 Ford F-150, 2014 Silverado, 2011 Jeep Wrangler. Geez, Ford Fusion, the Focus, 07 Colorado, and an 05 Harley. Got one motorcycle. I don't know, the ratio's kind of off there. You got to fix that, buddy. Geoflocker, I've often watched your channel. Are you okay with running SuperTech Black nitrate intake and exhaust valve and Ferrara springs and stick cams in my O? Okay, so number one, if you're gonna run Ferrara springs, what type of springs are they? What are they rated for? Your SuperTech nitrate, how many splines are they? I guess is it a single, dual, or triple keeper spline on the actual valve? Because you have to, when you order aftermarket valves, SuperTech's like stock models are stock length. So they're single. You have to measure them, okay? Measure the length of your valve because sometimes some of those valves are a little longer or their angles are a little bit more aggressive. So when you do the head, you can't just slap them in, okay? So the black nitrates, I believe, have a more aggressive valve angle. So, and I believe they're bigger, unless you got them stock sizing. So if you got them stock size, but the actual cut angle is more aggressive, you're going to need to have that head with a couple of those valves. You need an intake and exhaust valve and have them grind them to match those valves. If you don't, what's going to happen is when they seat, they might have some leaking. And it's a very common issue, is very, very common issue with when you start going to like really high performance valves. They're standard, valves are not. Oh yeah. See, Wayne's different. I'm not talking about Wayne. I'm talking about Ego or Geo Flocky. Just double check them, man. The springs, you're fine. If you're gonna stick with stock cams, you're perfectly fine. You're good for 400, 500 horsepower with that built with those valves. The springs are the correct valve, are fine with those valves. But you just got to make sure they're cut to your head. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's right. AB head. That's a free 20 to 30 horsepower just right off the bat with an AB head. Good choice. Very, very good choice. If you guys are not into the Mark IV market or don't know the Mark IVs, there is a hidden gem of a cheap head. As long as you know how to shop at junkyards and know what cars to look for, AB heads are literally the most horsepower you'll get for any modification on a 1.8T. Any mod. There's nothing that will give you that much horsepower for under $200, okay? Just as a bolt-on, okay? And I'm not even joking. You're getting almost 10 millimeter larger intake and exhaust ports, and all you had to do is port match the gasket, so the gasket just seats a little bit better, and you got an easy 20 to 30 horsepower. Obviously, there's a combination required with those extra ponies, but it is literal the best bolt-on you can get on any Mark IV 1.8T build. And to get those heads, they come on Passats, the early generations, I think 99 VW Passat, 99, I think 98 or 99 Audi A4s with the 1.8T. Okay. Those are the cars that came with those heads. It's the only cars in the United States. Outside of that is a whole different story. They're the only ones. The Audi TT didn't come with it. The Audi TT 225 didn't come with it. So it's unfortunate because those heads is free power. Now there is a little problem, little tiny problem. Not that big, but it's a tiny problem. They don't come with variable valve timing. So when you build the head and when you take the head apart and you open it, you're like, whoa, what is going on? It's very different than a standard AWP engine head or AWX or anything else pretty much newer, 2002 and newer. They're very different. They're more basic. They just have cam gears and just a chain. They're super simple, but you can add variable valve timing. So you can turn it into an AWP head technically. You just swap everything over from an AWP into that and voila, you got AWP. But my only recommendation is get rid of VVT. Get rid of the variable valve timing. It's one less thing for it to grenade on you. And it's harder to tune actually on these cars when you start making big power. You actually have one less variable in your tuning. And a lot of tuners prefer it because it's much more simplified. It's one less sensor and one less function of the car to freak out. And honestly, VVT on Volkswagens is hot garbage. It is not even real variable valve timing. It's dumb. It's not even, there's no actual, how do you say, timing shifts. It's just a sensor, honestly. Mark IV was not the generation for that kind of tech. It's a Mark V and forward is when they started moving to that kind of variable valve timing, actual technology for all that stuff. I'm over here, I'm trying to figure out Instagram right now because it's still broken. Honestly, you're probably going to have to work with like a remote tuner. That's going to be your best option. Personally, if you're for your build, I would probably, and I've been using him for years, and it's Trent Smith from Boost Dynamic Tuning. The guy knows his stuff. He is going to break it down to you to a point that if you do not have your boost leaks, your O2 sensors, your exhaust leaks, any weird little issue dialed in, he's going to tell you right off the bat, it's not going to work the way you want it to. And it's fact. I've worked with the guy multiple times, and that's his job. His job is to know these things. And the moment he's all like, dude, you got a boost leak somewhere. Where? I can't find it. I couldn't find it. Even with the smoke machine, I could not find the boost leak. But there was one. And what happened was once I hit full temperature on my car and started driving my car really hard and it built boost, the lower clamp on my intercooler would just expand just enough and just shoot boost out of it. And the only reason why I figured this out is because, you know, you get bypass through your valve cover and you get oil and shit like that into your actual turbo. And what happens is that you get, how can I explain? You get oil in your intercooler. And if you have a boost leak, that oil is going to leak into that and shoot out of there. So what I ended up doing, I ended up cleaning everything on the car. Even took off all the clamps, clamped everything back down, and cleaned all the couplers on the car and everything. And the moment I did that and drove the car, not even 20, 30 minutes, and I didn't clean out the intercooler. I did that on purpose. And I drove it hard, like on the freeway, and just doing some pulls on the pulls. And the car drove great. But I never got the, oh shit in my pants, like kicking the butt power that I used to get because something was happening somewhere. And I got home, took the front bumper off, and then there it was. There was my boost leak. Right there. You can see the oil just coming out of there in this one little corner. Found it. I ended up swapping out the clamp for a much wider T-bolt clamp, and it solved the problem. Took it back to Trent, and then he retuned it again for higher boost. We held, and it made so much more power. And it drove so much better. I was just like, there you go, problem solved. Let's see if I can make this work. Oh, that's dope. I hope you go and get to enjoy that. That's a fun event. Okay. And start. Okay, now I'm connected back on with Lachlan Automotive. That's very cool. I'm just PincheAl's garage, man. Nothing special. Just a guy that loves Volkswagens and does it in his little garage. That's it. Well, now bigger garage now, but yeah, little garage. I'm trying to go live on this thing and it just won't do it. It's working, just not on Instagram. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Gio. I appreciate that, buddy. I hope people enjoy my channel. Oh, before I forget, I'm going to end this. This is not working. All right. I have Instagram on here, but it's just not streaming correctly. We have multiple channels. We have new channels for everyone to enjoy. So, what am I printing? I'm making trays for my pegboard. So I'm 3D printing pegboard trays to inventory some of the items that we're making. And then we're also selling a new product. That's why I was kind of like trying to get you guys, I'm trying to get myself in line right now. So give me a second here. Yeah, so oh no, I already gave those away. Dang it. Okay, I need to remember what I was doing first, okay? Do you think a 2250 is a good deal for one piece that's scat cams, IE rods, pistons, exhaust valves? That 337, yeah, that's not bad. Keepers, retainers, new oil pump, calico bearings. It just depends if it was built right. So that 337, you have to understand, someone else's project is someone else's problem. For 2,250 bucks, that's not a bad deal. But who touched it? Who did the motor? How did they do with the engine? Did a shop do it? Is it a no-name shop, or is it a shop known for building engines? Those are things you really have to consider. You know, when I build my motors, I build every single motor I've ever touched. Almost, no, I'm not gonna say every single one. Like there's about 40 motors that you guys haven't seen me build. But most of the engines that I built live on my YouTube channel. And then I sell them, or I put them in a car, or I put them in someone's car that I know. And people watch me build these engines, and I make sure that people understand that we do everything, we try to do everything we can by the book or by the manufacturer's recommendation. Most shops just do it based off of repetition, and a lot of times they're not following like high horsepower options. When you don't follow high horsepower options, they're just building it to stock, even though the engine's not gonna be stock, even though you're building it to stock. So there's a lot of variables involved. So yes, it's a good deal. No, because it's a potential major problem, unless nothing was put together and it's just like, here's a box of everything I purchased, your problem. You get what I mean? So, and how can you tell or have them prove that those parts are in that engine without breaking it open? That's another thing you have to really think about, because they're not going to open that engine up and be like, oh, look at all the stuff I put in. No. That's right, Wayne. Piston ring gap is extremely vital because it can kill your motor sooner than later. I don't care if it reads 160, 170 PSI across the board. You don't know what's in that motor. So for that 337, 1.8 Ts have a minimum of 180 PSI pressure reading, minimum. In other words, if it goes below that, either, hey, I'm Inspo guy. I don't know who's Inspo guy, but welcome Inspo guy. I would double check, because 170, 160 PSI across the board seems wrong. Definitely seems wrong. Doesn't seem like that's the right pressure. That's for a stock, I'm going to say stock spec, but high performance parts, you know? Well, thank you, Cams. I appreciate that I was your inspiration for building a trailer. Be ready, because I'm building a Mark 7 trailer soon. I didn't want to tell much people, but I'm going to be buying a pretty much front-end collision Mark 7 for like dirt cheap, white, and it's a wagon, so it's going to be a little bit longer, and then we're going to be welding the doors shut, and I might keep the sunroof. I might. I'm not 100% sure, but I want to build a little wagon. Well, it will run at 50 PSI, a boost. You know, Joey, it's a possibility. I don't know. A4 Avant and trailer. I might, but I'm not 100. Bro, I am the worst person in the world with names. I need to see them first and then see their car and be like, oh yeah, 50 PSI compression, that's doo-doo. That's doo-doo. That's that's a blown motor, dude. 100% blown motor. Freaking Wayne. Except me. All right, I'm trying to get, give me a quick second, guys. I am trying to get, what's it called? Who am I supposed to get on here? Yeah. I'm trying to get Instagram on here, okay? So give me a second. Oh yeah, that'll do it, 100%. Let me see, email, oops. Oh no, I don't have it set up on this one either. It's so annoying. Some comments were filtered on the live to protect the community's experience. Apparently, the community needs their words filtered. I didn't approve of this. I don't know about you, TikTok, but I like bad words. So I am not a friend of you right now. Just give me a second here, guys. I am trying to get this other email account up and running. Well, not email, but this other account going. And to get it going, I have to authorize this. No. Well, that wasn't right. All right, well, all great appreciation experience, all now Wesco. That's right. Oh man, I can't wait to go to my. Yeah, you're gonna have a pain in that all day, buddy. Before I forget, because I forgot already, and then I was like, dang it. Okay. James Pizarro. So, okay, James Pizarro. I gotta get Ray Ray. That guy I'm just gonna message, but I'm just gonna put it in the chat. David Kane. David Kane. Tisha. Rob the Beard. And then who else is there? There's one more person. I have this box of stuff for them, and their name fell off. Oh, that sucks. Oh, this is Wayne. This is for Wayne. Okay. These are the people. Hey, genuinely curiously, your trailer wheel combo. What hubcap do you have? Oh, give me a second, Cams. I'll tell you in just a minute, okay? I'm running all 6 Alfreds. Well, do you have copper Alfreds? Just messing with you, buddy, but give me a second. So, for everybody watching right now on pretty much on Facebook and what's it called? The Instagram. Hey, Cece, hi. Me too. Awesome. Hi. You guys, I need one of you to send me a message on my email, PincheAls Garage, and send me your first and last name, your address, and then your PayPal or Venmo so I can ship you your boxes, okay? Your boxes of free goodies. Now, as we progress throughout the weeks and months, Wayne, thank you for the reminder. I'm going to send you an even newer PC. I got you, buddy. Okay? I'll take care of you. I got a PC for you. A nice one, too. That's just because you've been around for so long, too. So I'm bumping you up from the basic ones that we all give away to something much, much nicer. I know you love me. Mine are chrome. Okay. If you're willing to do it, it's hard, but you can do it. You can actually strip the chrome off and it'll be copper. Just a little tip for you. But personally, I would honestly just strip them completely, get rid of all and go to bare metal and then have them machined or get them plated. And then so for cams, the hubcaps that I was using are called moon caps. Okay? Moon caps. And I got 16-inch moon caps for 16-inch Beetle Steelies is what I used. So hopefully that helps. I don't have my ladder in here. If I had my ladder in here, I can bring down the wheels, but I don't have it in here right now. Okay. Well, if they're machined, you can polish them. If they're raw metal, polish them. Give them a nice polished look. I love the polished look if they're hand polished. I have a set of hand polished Gaudis, my Porsche Twists, my APR flow forms. I got my BBS RSs. I have my Beetle. These are the ones, they're hard to see, but those are Beetle wheels, the one next to my Alfords. And then obviously my Alfords. Those are my other wheels that most people know my car from. But those wheels are now officially retired. I'm no longer going to be using them for quite a while, by the way. Like a long time. I'm going to just enjoy them as decorations. I'm actually going to go get the tires removed and just enjoy them on the wall. For Wayne, again, for everybody, once you message me through my email, I will be able to give you the exact price to ship them to you. There you go. Got so many things up in my head right now, it's just hard to keep track. Oh, back to the 3D printing. I'm super down. Where do you live? Because I live in Arkansas. And my car won't be white anymore. Just heads up. I'm changing the color once I'm done with everything else. Michigan? Oh, so you're pretty close to me. I'm in Arkansas, so we're not too far away. Yeah, my Mark IV is no longer going to be white at all. I'm changing the color completely. So my end goal for my build is to do a late 90s, early 2000 like car build. So I'm gonna do underglow, but not like an excessive amount, just like kind of like a glow, not an entirety around the car, just right down the middle of the bottom of the car. I want to do underglow, 100% want to do underglow. I want to do kind of a lit engine bay to match the theme of my cars, like my engine bay of my car. I also want to do a crazy headliner. I'm really considering doing the fiber optic headliner. So I'm really considering that with a fiber optic controller. Not doing like a space theme. It's my idea on how I'm gonna do my car is very weird. How can I explain this? Okay, I like that. R32 interior, very nice. Oh geez, how can I explain this? Who here remembers late 80s, early 90s arcades? I'm not talking about Family Fun Center, okay, or Boomers. I'm talking about like those small arcades that were like family owned and had the really cool carpet. And the carpet was, sometimes most of the carpets were black with like swooshes and like dark colors, or sometimes there were neon colors. Okay, imagine if you remember those growing up, that color, okay, those patterns. Very retro-y, yes. Imagine those colors, okay, in as a headliner. So I'm gonna look for arcade carpet or fabric, and then I'm gonna light up in between all the colors with the fiber optic cables, I want to light it up. Not bright, just a little bit of light. And then that's an idea. Okay, I haven't really, how do you say, committed to that one. The other option I had was same carpet, same fabric material inside of it, but I'm going to 3D print. I'm going to 3D print a bunch of you know my logo, my VW skull that I have? I'm going to 3D print a large, as big as I can make is like 10 inches. I think is the biggest 3D print I can make. Like a 10-inch 3D print stencil, kind of. And I'm going to glue it to the headliner. And I'm going to lay a bunch of other stuff inside the headliner. And then glue my fabric down. I'm still considering lighting up the fabric with fiber optic. I'm not 100. If I go this route, I think I'm going to go this route more because there's already too many lights in the car. But if I do that, I want to do my logo, the VW skull, as a centerpiece underneath the headliner. And then I want to put a bunch. That's an idea. That's kind of like what I was thinking. And I want to put a bunch of VW logos all over the headliner, just super random inside the headliner, and then glue the fabric down really tight, and then just make it a part of that as part of my headliner only. And then everything else is just be wrapped nicely. You know, the pillars, front and back, the floor. So the back seat, pretty much back seat, the entirety of the trunk. I'm going to do either 2 12s or 4 12s subwoofers. My air tank is going to be fully exposed. I'm going to do a seamless air tank, hard line. 2 lines, just an in and an out. I don't really want like 4 or 5 hard lines showing. I'm not a big fan of that because of how many issues you get down the road with hardline. Hardline always has leaks. It's a guaranteed leak, you know? So I prefer not to do hard lines if I can, but I'm gonna do some just for the aesthetics. So I'm gonna add some lighting. Again, I'm not trying to go crazy because I'm putting a big ass stereo system in that thing. I'm gonna blast it. I want a big stereo. I want a big old chunkin' stereo system in my trunk. Air tank. The air compressors are gonna sit underneath in the false floor, plus the batteries. I'm gonna be running dual batteries. One battery as just a battery, and the second one as a capacitor, just for the heavy loads. Keep all my electrical under control. Well, the air tank, I'm probably gonna wrap it, or have the air tank hydro dipped to my logo with the coloring around it, or probably send my tank to my niece, who will hand paint it to match the wheels. That's why I wanted to go up there and grab my wheels for you guys to see my idea. Give me a second here. Hopefully it doesn't kick you guys off. I need a code. Gmail. Code. Yeah, sorry, I had to approve a login here. So I'm trying to get my Instagram actually working for everyone. Trying to get other people to join in on the conversation, you know what I mean? Okay, that's working. Now I gotta fix one more. Okay, I need custom. Email. Okay, just give me a second. I have to go again to get this code. See Pizzle. I'm gonna invite them. What's going on, girl? Invitation sent. Oh. Haha, no. Come on, Crystal. Crystal won't join the video invite. What a weenie. You're a weenie. I hope you know that. Is it cool if I DM you on Instagram? I'm curious to ask more questions on your build and possibly, bro, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. By all means, do it. Do it. That's what I do is help people. So yes, cams, it is 100% okay. That's right, Wayne. She did my wheels. Geo Flocky, I can get you a throttle body if you're willing, or if you want to shop for one. They're dirt cheap. You can probably get one for free. You just need to go. Yeah, I got no problems with that, Cams. Just ask more people to join TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and follow me. Please. I recommend as many people to follow what I do. All right, now that I got that fixed, now I'm going to do this. No. So now I can go here. I ain't no goatful, man. He just talked about, okay, so for Geo Flocky, give me a second, okay? I'm going to give you some help here. I'm just trying to get Instagram up and running for people. Ooh, Okay, give me a second. I could probably share it too. That's super cool, Z. Very cool. And thanks for joining in. Jeff? All right, Jeff. I will do my best to call you Jeff. I will do my best. Nope. Dang it. 278. That's not right. Just taking its sweet time. Still trying to synchronize all these folders. I've been trying to, how do you say, again, I'm working on Instagram right now. For you guys to know what I'm not like just not talking to you guys. I just have to get this. Hector! Hey, it's a papi chulo. Hi, papi. ¿Qué onda, Hector? Yeah, get Tisha on here, fool. We need to hang out. V-dubs are niche, my brother. That's a solid ever been to H2O when it was happening. No, I never did H2O. I always wanted to go to H2O. But as I got older and older and older and older, I kind of want to do my own thing. I want to be on my own terms and just do my own stuff and let people enjoy what I do. And I want to go out to car meets and meet new people in a new state. I'm in Arkansas now. I'm away from California, for commie California. I'm done with the California BS. So that's why I'm here, because I'm away from that stuff. So I can have way more fun working on cars and having less restrictions. All right, Jeff, I'm going to help you right now, brother, because this is taking way too long and I'm really irritated because I want this code and it's not sending it to me. Yeah, bro, I'm out here for one of the events ran out, and why you... Yeah, that's exactly right. A lot of bougie enthusiasts, a lot of people just spending money, just tossing money instead of doing it themselves and building it themselves. That's kind of like the whole purpose of my channel, is to do it yourself and have that pride and passion that the fact that you did it yourself. For example, Jeff is looking for a high performance intake manifold and throttle body. Did you know, Jeff, for the early and mid 2000s Chrysler 300s with the Hemis, with the 5.7 liter Hemis, the throttle bodies are straight bolt-ons for Mark IVs. You just have to get either the adapter plate or use a bigger intake manifold. Straight bolt-on to a 3-inch intake manifold. You can get them either for free or, free, put it in your pocket, or pay like $50 at the junkyard for them. They're straight bolt-on. Obviously, they don't fit the diameter of the factory throttle body, like mounting, but they make a bracket. Volkswagen, there's people that make brackets to downsize them to make them fit, or you buy the intake manifold. So Integrated Engineering makes a phenomenal manifold. 034 Motorsports makes a good manifold. SPA Turbo makes a good manifold. Those are the 3 best manifold manufacturers out there for intake manifolds. Dirt cheap. I'll tell you, cheap is too expensive. Cheap, SPA Turbo. SPA Turbo is the cheapest one you can get right now. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's Wayne. SPA, then it goes 034, and then integrated engineering. Darth. So the benefit to a bigger throttle body is obviously it's a turbo combination. So turbo, throttle body, intake combination. There's multiple combinations you need. But head is also number 4. So there's a holy, circle around this big throttle body advantage, right? So the bigger turbo, obviously. So front mount intercooler, yeah. Front mount intercooler is just make your own. Just make your own. It's so much cheaper than buying a kit, honestly. So I'll break it down to you guys in the most simplest of ways that I can break it down. Let's think of a hole, right? Hold on, that's where I was going to get into, Jeff. I was going to actually get into volumetric efficiency. Now, there is an issue with turbos that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people are like, oh, just more boost, more pressure, more pressure. More boost means more power. Yes and no. I got a guy hitting me up. I think I forgot his name. Tony. I think it was Tony. Oh, Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy. That's right. I saw that, Cams. Thank you. Johnny Boy. So turbos are only as good as how much volume they can create, not pressure. Pressure means jack shit. Volume. Okay? So here's a KO3 20 PSI. This little guy. Here's a GT30, at like 5 PSI. What? How am I? Hold on, I gotta verify this stupid thing. There you go. Did the puzzle. Yay! Right? So 20 PSI, KO3, GT30, 5 PSI. This holds more air for the same amount of pressure, or even, obviously not, for less pressure, where this holds this much air at crazy high pressure. You have more power, you have more power band. So in other words, with more volume and more efficiency in volume, meaning ball bearings versus general bearing, the type of design of the turbine. Not all turbos are created equal, especially from China. You can make this turbo make as much power as this turbo for like 2 minutes and then kablooey. Where this turbo at a much lower boost can make as much power as this guy, a much higher boost, and be way more reliable. And then you have this much headway in building more power, right? So think about that. So volume is key, not pressure. But your volume is only as good as how efficiency, like Jeff was saying, how efficient you can get that to your engine. Meaning your turbo, your intake system, your turbocharge, like your actual piping, has to be done right. Your intercooler has to be plumbed correctly, not too many bends. Your actual intake piping, so your actual pipe, your charge pipe, and then your actual other charge pipe into the intake, your throttle body, intake manifold, your head, and your exhaust. All of those are variables on how much efficiency that you require to build power. And the more efficient you make it, the more power you generate at lower boost. People don't get that. It makes no sense how oh no, it's just a bigger turbo, I'm gonna make more power. Bro, I understand that, but you have to add the other stuff to it to make the more power, That's cool. If you want to be even more efficient, get rid of the intercoolers and go water to air. And you got an intercooler and like 12 inches of pipe and you're done. You have the least amount of drag and the most efficient setup, period. That's why most manufacturers now do water to air intercoolers on throttle bodies. Believe it or not, if you guys are into TDIs, the VW TDI Mark 6 and Mark 7 have an intercooler right on the throttle body. What? And it's a water to air intercooler. It's nuts. It is nuts. Think about that. I'm already super cooling the air right at the throttle body instead of going in manifold and then to the intake. Nope. Fucking 2 pipes and just some little bit of this. It's insane. Super efficient. Oh, must be nice. The 2-1 R-Line. Nice. You better take care of that. Take care of your daughter's car. You know? Okay. So yeah, volumetric efficiency, the quality of the turbo does matter. Journal bearing or ball bearing. If you can't afford it, journal bearing is just fine, but then now you have to think about cooling because oil is the only thing that's cooling that turbo, unless you have a water and oil cooled journal bearing turbo, which do exist. Just remember, bigger turbos do make more heat than a small turbo. So as you generate more heat, you need to be more efficient at cooling everything else. So most people, when they go big turbos, we go to oil coolers, okay? We add an oil cooler. They're easy to add, cheap, and they're universal. You don't have to go buy a Mark IV oil cooler. Just go buy a universal oil cooler kit and mount it to your car. Find the right spot for the most air to go through it, and voila, you're done. You got a legit oil-cooled system. Now you can crank up the boost and enjoy more cooling on your car so you have less risk of overheating, killing the turbo, killing your car, anything else. Again, whenever we add more power, we add other variables with problems. That is a big thing that a lot of people don't understand. More power means more problems. We have to find out what problems are we adding to this, right? And that's where we fall into. Another thing that people don't realize is, why am I snapping axles? Why are my axle bolts shredding? Well, you probably need to upgrade your hardware on your axles if you're going to be making more than 400 horsepower. You probably need to upgrade your axles in general, right? Exactly, Wayne. You're one of my examples. Why is my clutch slipping after second gear or third gear? Probably because you need an upgraded clutch. Something. Oh, give me a second. Daddy talking. What's going on, mommy talking? Yeah, in about another 15, 20 minutes.
I'm going to bring Lulu to you.
No problem. Again, clutches aren't going to hold once you hit a certain amount of power. Transmissions aren't going to survive. You're going to blow transmissions probably sooner than later. Learn how to drive within the power band. Okay, a lot of people don't understand that there is a power band and you want to roll into it, not just go 0 to 1,000, right? That's also very, very, very important when you start going fast on cars. I've snapped so many axles, I've blown so many transmissions just because I'm learning how to drive the car. Once you double your power or your horsepower on a car, the car is no longer the same car, right? Nah, full send that shit, right? What's up, Tisha? That's my girl. That's my other Hawaiian mama. My other Hawaiian mama. Dun 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 dun. But yeah, there's a lot of things, and then South Bend, Clutch Masters are kind of like the two big things you guys want. Hey, babe. Hi, Lulu. Of course she is. Hey, mama. Hey, mama. Is it Lulu's? Is the Lulu's? Are you causing a ruckus in the house? Yes. Yes, you are. You're a problem. You're a nuisance. You're a nuisance at night. You don't let people sleep. Yep. So for Lulu. So for 6-speed transmissions, I am not a fan. Just so you know, I am an O2J guy. I love O2Js. They're tried and true. They hold up. I personally think way better with power. But everybody has their 2 cents on them. Personally, I can blow an O2M a lot faster than an O2J. Obviously, you can spend way more money on O2M to increase holding power. But again, that's all depends. Hey, Rob the Beard. Rob, make sure you send me a message, an email. Email me your first, last name, address, Venmo, or PayPal info so I can ship you your box. Lulu, we're done. You need to get off. You need to get off. Oof. Oof. Oh, you're dirty as fuck too. Okay. We're going to put you over here, okay, mama? Because you like to chew on things and I don't like you chewing on things. Sorry, Lulu. That's your place of engagement right there. Oh, no. You reached the cable. There you go. There you go. Now, see? You are outside of this line now, which means you cannot chew on this wire. You know, you chewed the last wire and you cost me $50. This is now the 1 foot rule around this perimeter. I know, you don't like it. I know you don't like it, but I have to finish talking to these people and then we can go outside and go play for a little bit and then we go to bed, okay? Ugh, I know. Sit down. So again, I guess Instagram is never going to get to join me. I had to do it inside the house. Have you gone to Mena yet? No, have not gone to Mena yet. But Rob, like again, just like I said, email me to my email, PincheAls.garage. It's one of the pinned comments. I need you to email me your first and last name, address, and then your Venmo or PayPal so I can ship you your box of goodies that I made you. Oh, by the way, we're going to be doing another live stream with free goodies. I made this. This is pretty cool. Made this one. If you guys like 3D printed stuff, this is like kind of wall art. You can stick it on the wall, glue it on something, whatever you want to do. Made this guy. Drill a hole here or just double-sided tape this and then put it on the wall. I painted this one for you, Wayne. This one's hand painted. It's not like perfect, but it came out pretty cool. And then for you, Wayne, actually everybody in the group, see this where it says garage? These are glue-on letters. So you can just rip them off. I painted them for you. So I'm just gonna, they were using my font, just so you know, see? Okay, and then you can glue this on your wall, and you can put my name on your wall. But you guys can see, there's the G. It's painted. 3D printing, when you paint 3D printed, if you don't sand it, okay, and then paint it, it's gonna be kind of rough. The paint's gonna soak into the lines. It's not gonna paint the lines correctly. So name, address, if you have PayPal, put your PayPal information, or Venmo, please, Rob. It's just to pay for shipping, that's it. We're gonna ship everything in flat rate boxes. Oh, I was gonna make a video for this, but I'm just gonna do it now. Euro Tuning sent me a goodie box. I didn't pay for this. They sent me a, hey Al, why are you still wearing a really old t-shirt? Why? Because I freaking like it, all right? I like your t-shirts. You have really cool designs. So I have one of their old shirts. And so this is what I have. I'm gonna unbox it. I got this, when did I get this? Like 2 weeks ago? Oh no, I got this on 1/21/26. Directly from Eurotuning, 92070 East Columbus Drive. Eurotuning has been one of my favorite retailers for car stuff. And these guys are awesome. So if you guys in the comments, can you please tag Eurotuning for this so they can watch this video after I'm done? I would greatly appreciate it. Hey, Hector. Let's see. I'm gonna open it, open it, open it. I'm gonna open it with a pen because I don't have a knife. Ooh, what'd they send me? I don't know. Let's open it so we can see together. Ooh, okay, first the little swag, and then a t-shirt. So, got an air freshener. Thanks, Eurotuning. You're the shit. Oh, this is dope. Anti-corporate part shop. Eurotuning. Dope. Obviously, they're Eurotuning.com. I have so many of these. I put these up everywhere in my shop. And I give these away all the time with some of my packages that I give out to you guys. All right, so we got a t-shirt, a t-shirt. Sent me a large because now I'm a large. I went from XL to large. I was almost a 2XL. Lulu, don't chew that up, mama. Oh, the anti-corporate part shop, Eurotuning. I love it. I love it. Pretty cool shirt, especially when it's free. I'll be wearing this on my next video I make. I'll be sporting that Eurotuning. I always do. I love their stuff, so I can't even be mad. I just ordered a bunch of stuff from them too to get the Mark IV all dialed in. Thank you, Rob. Oh, so I wanted to share to you guys one new thing. I just have to get it up. Get it up on the screen. Do, 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 do. Let's see if this works for you guys. Hopefully you guys can see that on there. So this here, what you guys are seeing are the new channels, okay? I made a bunch of new channels because I'm going to start separating all my content. So all the motorcycle content that's on my current channel, I've been currently pulling it off one episode at a time, and it's going to be moved into its own motorcycle channel. Same goes with the car stuff. So anything that is not Volkswagen or Audi related, it's going to go to PincheAl's auto repair section. Okay. Obviously the farm channel, the tech channel, and then my random stuff. I'm going to be doing gaming and just random shit. It's just going to be a random channel stuff. That's where kind of just stuff is going to go there. So if you guys like what I do, besides car stuff, if you're into bikes, if you're into like scenery, drives, some ASMR stuff, technology, gaming, I'm going to be doing all this. We're going to be doing a podcast. So a lot of my other new live stuff coming is going to be on TikTok. I'm going to get a bunch of friends live streaming together as a group, and we're going to be doing Mixtape Tuesdays and Mixtape Fridays. And we're going to be doing a live stream on TikTok because TikTok doesn't give us copyright aneurysms. And we're going to give our best recommendations, personal recommendations for car music, for driving with your friends, cruising by yourself, blasting it, music that you blast with your windows down and your system all the way up, you know, music that you listen to while washing a car, music while you are in the shop wrenching, you know, stuff like that. Stuff that a lot of people don't get to enjoy because you listen to tons of hot garbage lately. And I say that with a passion because honestly, there's a lot of hot garbage out there now. And I can't even like, I don't know what to tell you guys and how you guys enjoy it. But that's you guys. That's not my problem. You're listening to it, not me. I still listen to new music, but now my new music is kind of like a lot of stuff that's not mainstream anymore. The mainstream media is literal garbage. And for those people who really enjoy it, you're welcome, I guess. I listen to a lot of weird stuff now that unfortunately it's just not on the radio. It's a lot more fun to listen to. And I can actually understand the words and have fun. Even some of the music that's from a different country that I have zero acknowledgement on the words, I understand more than the current English jarble that comes out of people's mouths now on the radio. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of the rock scene, alternative, is making kind of a slight comeback, and I'm enjoying some of the new rock bands coming out. But there's nothing that's sticking. Even the names don't stick. So my wife and I and just some friends online, we're going to just commute virtually and put on some playlists. These playlists are going to be linked in the conversation, and it's something that you guys can go into Spotify, and we're going to have a Mixtape Tuesday like section and a Mixtape Friday section or the car wash section, whatever. And that's where we're going to be adding a lot of the new playlists that we generate for you guys. And it's going to be like 15, 18 songs like a normal CD. So about an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of music. So you guys can enjoy. I think it'd be fun. Something we can also have base all our opinions on, and then we talk about it. Obviously, as we do this live, we're going to have like a poll system, and we're going to be ranking a lot of the music that we play. And we were like, you know what? That's a better suggestion. We're going to delete that or move it down the list and put something better on top. That way, your playlist is always going to be modified. And once it's done for that day, that's it. That's going to be the playlist. It's going to be on Spotify. You follow me on Spotify, and you'll see the playlist on there as well. It's just my thought process on doing that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. So for you guys following me, please follow the YouTube channels. They're on here on Facebook. Like, subscribe, make sure the notification bell is turned on so you guys can enjoy that as we start making so much more content. Pretty soon, starting next week, I'm going to be building hydroponics. Hydroponic towers from scratch. I found a really cool DIY using 4-inch tubes, and we're going to be 3D printing a lot of our hydroponics parts. And we're going to be setting up a solar system, and we're going to be growing food here. The food we're going to grow is for my family and for the community. So that's part of the farm channel. But before we do the farm section, we're going to do the tech portion where we 3D print and we do the building and making all the stuff. That's part of kind of like the technology portion. All right, buddy. Have yourself a good night. Be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I might go live again tomorrow. Who knows? But that is the whole purpose of this. So if you guys have any more questions, please ask them now. If I don't see any questions on the chat room, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to remove the list. So hopefully you guys are subscribing to those channels. If not, it's cool. No problem, Jeff. I do the best I can to tell everybody I'm going to be a busy beaver. This is my full-time job. Doing content every single day is going to be my full-time job. My other portion of my full-time job is making new Mark IV products for you guys and just Mark IV fun stuff. I have a new YouTube logo. I'm still going to be using my old school logo for other stuff, but I have a new logo for the shirts and for all the other stuff that we do. So definitely be ready for that too. My son is going to start doing our artwork. Jeff, ask me now. Since it's fresh on your head, ask me the cam question. I'd like to hear that. I'm actually interested on your cam questions. How about you guys there on TikTok? Any questions? I got a lot of people talking. No one else has asked me any questions. Okay. I have some drag cat cams right now, but they are too aggressive, and I'm looking for something that's a little better than stock or track use. There is. Let me show you really quick. Let me make myself a little smaller. I'm going to turn off this camera right now. So we're going to turn off that camera. We're going to open up I'm going to show you this website. Pretty good stuff. So if you're into it. So for everyone on TikTok, we're going to a website called SPA Turbo. Okay? Just Google SPA Turbo, and then you find their website. They're a Brazilian company. Just heads up. So you might have issues with some of the language. It might not have issues right now since they changed a lot of their stuff. Window capture. There we go. So this is one thing I love to do with a lot of you guys, especially with my audience, is to answer your questions on here, live. So we want to do 1.8T. And then they have manifolds here. And they have cams. They sell kits, but I know they sell cams by themselves. Here we go. No, that's really high. No, it's BMW. 8 valve, no. Duratec, no. So 20 valve. We're gonna do a 20 valve. Let's do. Lancia, Fiat. Nope, not this guy. No. Man, they used to only make VW stuff. Now they're making a bunch of everything else. It's a little harder to find. Okay. Okay. So you got some serious power going in there. So you can definitely get upgrade. But I'm trying to find you the cam. They have it in a kit, which is really annoying. And they have it here. So they have this cam, which is 252, 260. This is kind of the middle of a street and drag cam. 265 is where we get into more aggressive, heavy lope cam. So this is, again, this is a very, very good combination camshaft, a 252, 260. I just don't know why you can't buy them by themselves. But this is your street, like your street and borderline almost like a drag cam. They're great price. I ran these on for a friend of mine on his car. They did well, very, very well. Made an easy. AW, I mean, I'm talking about just general 1.8T profile cam. So I think you might have. Where are you from, Jeff? By the way, I need to ask. Because you might have, okay, Colorado. If you do you have Audi TT 225 cams in there by chance, or just a stock Audi TT? Yes, TT stock, like a standard TT or a 225, because there is a difference. Okay, so the 225 has almost the identical profile. That's kind of a street cam that's built into that car. So definitely not a stock like general cam for a car like a Mark IV. So your cam profile on that, it's not a rare car, but it is a rare car because they made so many problems on the standard 225. So because there's also an APX engine that came from Europe that also has a very aggressive camshaft in there as well. And those camshafts are nice. They're like a really nice solid one, but I gotta, this Wear website's always just messed up, but it is a good place to get them from. Especially if you want a manifold. Their manifolds are legit. I've been rocking one of their T4 manifolds, this one right here actually. I've been rocking this guy for quite a while for my 1.8T. This thing has been solid for, I think, 5 years, holding like 20 something pounds of boost on my GT, not GT, it's like a GT30 almost, but it's a journal bearing, GT30, I guess you can call it, because not a ball bearing. So yeah, I would double check for the cam profile on that car. Because I am very curious. Yeah, I don't think they're that aggressive, but I could be wrong. And now I'm very curious about your specifications on those cams. Yeah, they're not the same. Because I remember somewhere, I think the APX is the only one that had the upgraded cams. Okay. Give me just a sec. I'll check it out right now. Yeah, I think the cams that our SPA Turbo has is going to be a street cam. It's more aggressive than stock. I'll tell you that. There's Wayne, and here's Jeff. Ooh, I don't like the wheels. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. I've seen these wheels on too many cars. I am not a fan of these wheels, but I like the car. All right, all right. Yep, tubular, nice suspension. Yep, yep. Sway, front and rear sways. Good job. That's not an Audi TT. That's a Porsche. But I like it. I like this car a lot. I just don't like the wheels. It's the only thing, the only issue I have is just wheels. You know, I am the worst person that you're gonna have. I'm the worst person in the world for wheel choices because I am I love old school wheels like 1,000 times more. Yeah, 17s we go hard on this car, especially wide because you can go pretty wide on these cars, like pretty dang wide. Hold on, printers are done. Yay! Oh, you guys can see what I've been printing. There you go. It's hard to see, but it's little trays. They're pegboard bins, like just little bins that you can just mount on the pegboard because I have rows and rows and rows of pegboard. Now, I don't print with your traditional PLA. This is ABS. This is legit like plastic. This is plastic that actually can survive a beating. I'm not a fan of PLA when it comes down to thoughts on a 1.8T swap Golf. Bro, Bro, hold on. Let me get you. Hold on, let me get you. All right. All right. What is it? Don Kiz. Just so you know. Mark IV, big turbo, 1.8T. Corrado, big turbo, 1.8T. I actually have a Mark II in the back that's fully painted with a Mark II with a 1.8T swap. So my thoughts is the best thought you ever had, Don Kiz, is to put a 1.8T in a car. Because number one, 1.8Ts are the most reliable engines you'll get over a VR6. Unless you put a TDI or a 2-point slow, you're going to get something that's going to last forever. But we're not talking about slow cars. We're talking about fast cars or a car to make fast, right? But king of reliability, TDI, number one. Right underneath the TDI, the 2-point slow. Right underneath the 2-point slow, 1.8T. Right underneath the 1.8T, VR5, VR6, right there. Okay. In the Mark IV platforms, VR5s came in every other country except the United States. One other engine that the Mark IV got the last year it came out was the 07K. Okay, the Mark V 5-cylinder 2.5 liter engine. It is the best engine you can get outside of the Mark IV platform that is actually part of the Mark IV platform. I know it's kind of weird, but yeah, 07K, phenomenal engine. But that's like kind of like the new thing right now that everybody's doing. Like the new like trend is putting 07Ks in everything. Why? Dirt cheap, easy to make 200 horsepower, and easy to make 300 to 500 horsepower. You just got to spend the money. Now, you're asking the 1.8T guy. I will tell you, fuck all those engines, all right? F all that, put a 1.8T in there. You know why? Cheap. Already bulletproof freaking block and head. All you have to do, what's your goal? 300, 400, 500 horsepower? I'm going to go really quick because I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to call it a night. 300 horsepower. All you need, nothing. Nothing. Do not do anything. Don't even open the block. If it's holding compression and it's holding good compression, just, this is one thing I have to tell people. Just leave it alone. I promise you, you'll be fine with it. Okay? Just leave the dang thing alone. Like, just leave it alone. It doesn't need to be touched. But hold on, give me a second here. Oh, geez, I just disappeared on in here. There you go. Oh, that window disappeared. Okay. That's weird. Why did it do that? There we go. Back in action. So KO4 and F21 will not give you 300 horsepower, just so you know. You will not get 300 horsepower. I'm sorry. All right, Jeff. Okay. KO4 will give you 220 to 240 horsepower going downhill. F21 will give you about 260 horsepower downhill. Okay. You run E85, you might get 280, okay? And that's like pushing the living beans out of that turbo. Like you are pushing it. I have owned every turbo, KO3, KO3S, KO4, 001, KO4 00X, which is the kind of like the big turbo KO4. I've run an F21 and F23 turbo. I've run GT28, GT30, GT37, T3, T4 hybrid turbos. I've run G2500, G2700 Garrett turbos. Those are the best turbos. If you can afford a G2500, ignore everything else and just own that. I run a Precision 6266. I run a Precision 62, I forgot the other number, what it was, turbo. You have to understand, 300 horsepower on a K-frame turbo, not going to happen unless it's a highly modified, like hybrid KO4 turbo. All right. Now, oh, no problem. You want no traction problems? Throw in a limited slip differential. That'll fix that problem right out of the bat. On top of that, do boost by gear. Okay. Have your tuner set up a boost by gear. So in other words, every time you shift first, second, third, fourth, fifth, if you're going to go 6-speed, 6, you have a different boost rating. Okay. That way you have traction. Problem solved. First thing that will solve the problem is go big turbo. Believe it or not, you won't have traction issues. You're going to have driver issues. 99% of the times, it's the driver who can't control the car when you have more power. Most people will be like, it's a small turbo. No, it's the driver. Proper tires, limited slip diff, good clutch, and a good driver, you won't know the difference. Now, someone that's never driven a lightweight car, like a 2,000-pound car with 400 horsepower, has never driven one before, yeah, you're going to have traction issues. I guarantee it. It's a completely different car. You have to understand that you're working with something super light with a ton of power. It's not a Mark IV. It's now a Mark II. It's pretty much what a Mark IV should have been in a Mark II, and you're giving it 2,000, almost, 1,500 pounds less? You're going to have to learn how to drive. You need to get wider tires. You're going to need sticky tires, and you'll learn. You'll learn quick that, you know what? I shouldn't just give it all the beans the moment I turn it on and get off the launch. You're going to need to gradually give the beans, and then when you finally got it under control, give it all the damn beans, right? I'm not going to argue that, but what I am going to tell you, Don, is take your time. Learn to drive the car before you wreck it. It's front wheel drive. You're going to lose traction when you're learning how to drive a car with high horsepower that weighs nothing. I know it's funny that you guys are going to be like, oh, high horsepower, 300 horsepower. That's high horsepower. That's a lot of power for something that weighs 2,000 pounds. That's a ton of power. Okay. If it weighs 4,000 pounds, it's like whatever. It's not even going to do much. You know, 400, 500 horsepower on a 3,000, 4,000 pound car. Yeah, you're going to feel that. 300 horsepower on a 2,000 pound car. Yeah, you're going to feel that and you're going to love it. So do it. Go to big turbo. Number one, the nice thing about big turbos, the power band is a it's a curve, okay? It's not a freaking vertical line like on a small K-frame turbo. That's what a lot of people don't understand. When you go big turbo, you have turbo lag. So which means your power comes in nice and slow and then balls to the wall. You're going to anticipate it. You're going to understand the car sooner than later. Once you get it down, then save up for a different style turbo. If you like that power band, if you like that spiky power band, then go to like a G2500 Garrett turbo. Pretty much the G2500 frame style turbos, drive like a K-frame, so like a tiny turbo, but make big turbo power. And you pay for it though. You know, you pay $2,000 for a freaking turbo, but you're gonna get exactly what you pay for. And what you're thinking about is no turbo lag and just instant power and go. Again, my 2 cents, my thought across this on a Mark II. Hell yeah, 300 horsepower is amazing, amazing. Just build it right. You know, don't cut any corners, because one wrong pull and you're in a wall. I promise you that. All right. Anything else before I say goodnight to everyone? I got my little tray that we just made. Came out really good. You see that? The lines are gorgeous on, and this is ABS, just so you guys know. This isn't crappy PLA that just falls apart over time. This is ABS plastic with 15% infill. For you non-3D printer guys that don't know about 3D printing, this thing's hollow pretty much. It's only got 15% plastic inside of it. It's not much plastic, and it's ABS plastic, so it's very rigid. Okay, this is strong stuff. It's designed to take heat. It's designed to be, you know, ultimate goal, 300 to 350 horsepower Hector. Slap a little turbo on that sucker and you'll make it in a heartbeat, buddy. Heartbeat. 07K, you got an extra cylinder, bro. It's pretty much a VR6. All right, I am done for tonight. Funny thing, this is the most likes I've ever had on my live stream on TikTok, and this is actually the most people I've ever actually had watch my TikTok. I've been doing TikTok now for almost a year, and no one watches my live streams. I get like one person, maybe 2 people on my live streams. I got about, what, 15 people over here on YouTube. I got no one on Facebook. You know, it bounces. It goes up and down all the time. Either way, thank you everyone for watching today's live stream. Had a ton of fun talking to you guys, talking car. I needed to get car out of my system. I don't have anybody to talk to here in Arkansas. It's just me and my kids and my wife, and I'm the only car guy in the family. So it's very enjoyable to talk to people who talk car. All right, thank you, and we'll be back on very soon. So stay tuned. And as always, you know, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We'll be on here pretty often. And as always here at PincheAl's Garage, we're gonna break, we're gonna fix, and we're gonna repeat. If you see another dubber on the road, you give him a thumbs up, right, Lulu? A thumbs up? Yeah, you're right, Mama. You give him a thumbs up, you give him a deuces. Respect one another, and as always, here we love everyone. Peace out. Have a wonderful night and day. I'll see you guys again on another live stream. And don't worry, we got more content coming. Deuces, everyone. Have a wonderful night.